We've all heard a lot of opinions about money to don't have limiting beliefs and, have, an abundance mindset to money is unlimited, don't think small, to every penny counts, and frugal living is a necessity to reach financial independence. So where is the truth? That is what I'm trying to tackle today. And I know I talk about frugal living a lot, and that really is important, but can savings alone really lead you to early retirement in your 20s or 30s? And the answer is actually pretty complicated. So in a way, yes. Now, if you can get your living expenses down by lowering your housing costs, by maybe doing something like house hacking, live in one unit, rent out the other ones, or even rent hacking, where you rent out like a 4 or 5 bedroom, live in one bedroom, rent the other ones out, save up for a few years until you can, move to something else. That can make a huge difference. And then you lower your car payment, you lower your grocery payment, you lower your phone bill, all those things. If you can get those down, that will make a huge difference, because if your goal is to reach financial independence, you have to have a low cost of living. You have to make that FI number lower. So if you have a number of $100,000, then it's going to take like $2.4 million in order to be able to get that passive income to that level using the 4% rule. But if your number is like, I need $25,000 or $50,000, then that drops that down in half or more. So that's why it's important to get your housing expenses lower. But can you actually save your way to early retirement? No, you can't. Like, in some ways, it's super, super important to save, but also it won't make a difference. You can't really retire early. And here's a little bit of math, really. So let's say you just want $2,000 a month, and you're doing it the normal way that most people do it. So that's only $24,000 a year. That's not really a lot, but let's just say that. In order to get that, you're gonna need, if you're earning like 4%, on your money, which is not a lot, but a lot of people don't know how to invest. And if you're not investing correctly, that could be even a good return for some people. Then it would take about $600,000 of principal saved up. That's so much just to earn that $2,000 a month, as opposed to doing it other ways, where if you can double or triple or quadruple how much you're earning in interest by learning about money, by studying it, by taking the time to be financially literate. And if you don't choose to take that time to study money, study this paper, then it's going to end up running you, and you're going to need way more. You're going to need to work way more than everybody else in order to get that same result. So if you can study more and learn how to get ROIs of 8%, 12%, 20%, even 80% if you do like house hacking. Like, I know people who can, have taken money and can earn 12% by doing some private lending and, like things like that. So let's say you wanted to save up $600,000. How long would that take? That would take 10, 20, 30 years, a lifetime, as opposed to if you wanted to make $2,000 passive income, you get 2 rental properties. It takes you about 2 years. It takes maybe 1 year to save up for the first one. So that's 3 years instead of a lifetime. So that's just, it really comes down to understanding your options and understanding like what possibilities are just by learning about it and listening to podcasts and watching YouTube videos, smash like, and and reading books and things like that. Like, it really just comes down to what can shave 50 years off your working life, or 30 years off, or 20 years off, or just make it a heck of a lot easier and you can vacation half the year. Like, it just comes down to what you know. But for me, if I can get my expenses down to $40,000, $50,000 a year is what I'd be pretty comfortable with, and then slowly as I hit FI, stop working the conventional job and then continue to build. It's not like I'm gonna stop making money forever. Continue to build it until you get up to 100, maybe in your 50s or something. That's totally possible. But it's really important that when you have that money that you are saving, that you are investing that, and not investing it to make 4% or 7%, unless that's something that you want to do. You want to invest in the stock market. But if you can do something like house hacking, where you can make like 80% ROI, or some other ones where you can make like infinity ROI. So that's what really starts to build wealth, is when you start a business or when you do real estate, something that you can control and that you can leverage yourself on, so that I only need to invest $10,000 or $15,000 to buy a $200,000 asset that's going to start putting money into my pocket each month. And then that's going to continue to grow. It's going to continue to build equity, and it's also going to continue to pay me every single month. So that's how you really start to build wealth quickly, as opposed to putting it in the stock market or something like that and then letting it sit there and wait. Well, that can be one way of doing it. If you really want to grow quickly, you have to try to like maybe build an online business or invest to people or do peer-to-peer lending. I actually have a friend who just did this. I'm getting a phone call. I'm back. Sorry about that. I'm actually I'm putting in an offer on a property that's right down the street here, and I'm waiting to hear back from the guy from Town Hall to see if I can add another unit to it. But let's just look at, like, if you save money, it's not going to work. Like, it's just going to take too long and be too hard to save that money. What you really need to do is leverage that money and turn it into something that is a real asset and continue to grow, or build a business that is going to bring in money on the side every single month. It's really about building that passive income if your goal is to reach FI. Now, saving money is part of it, but it's the saving money is not what is going to make you wealthy. It's not what's going to bring you to financial independence. What's going to bring you to financial independence is taking that money that you are saving, that is super, super, super important, but then like 10xing that money by investing it very smartly. So just for me, I invested about $15,000 into this property that is a $200,000 property, and within a year I saved $12,000 about on the rent. So instead of renting somewhere, I am living here, and I'm living here for free because my other tenants are paying all my utilities. So I saved $12,000 that I would have been paying in rent, about $1,000 a month. Now, when I move out and I move down the street here, if I get that property, then I'll start making $1,000 a month, or probably a little more, but whatever. Start making $1,000 a month. Now I'm making like an 80% ROI because I paid $15,000 for it, and it's paying me $12,000 every single month. If I can continue to do that with my money that I'm saving each month and having it almost double itself every single year, you're gonna hit financial independence in no time. If you get 3 properties or 4 properties, you're making $4,000 a month without really doing anything, just managing these properties. If you had $4,000 a month right now, you could quit your job. And I'm able to do that with a 3.5% loan on this property, a 5% loan on that property. I'm gonna use another FHA loan to get another property. So you can really do this with almost no money down. And now you're making $3,000 a month in passive income in like 3 or 4 years, maybe 5 years of buying one property, then another property, then another property, and putting in maybe under $50,000 total into all this. So for $50,000, you can buy something that generates 3 times 12. Suck at math. So anyways, for $50,000, you can buy something that's gonna generate $36,000 every single year. Like, what the heck, man? Like, who wouldn't do that? And it is the simplest thing to do. And I've been talking to people, and they just don't think that they can do it. They don't know how to manage. They don't want to manage. They don't want to, deal with tenants. They don't want to repair stuff. They don't know how. Who the heck cares? Hire a property management company. Hire a handyman who's your friend. Find somebody. Go to a local real estate meetup. Find somebody who has 100 properties and is there specifically because they like helping people, because they think it's fun to talk about real estate and help new people. Ask them for help. And in 3 to 5 years, you're financially independent without really doing anything. You don't have to have that 50 or 75% savings rate. You just have to do that if you want to get there even quicker. You could just have a 30% or 50% savings rate. Save up that initial money for that first house hack. Save up that same amount of money, do it again. Save up that same amount of money, do it again. And there you can quit your job. You can travel for 5 years. You can do all these different things once you start building that money. So saving money is not the most important thing. It will make a big difference, but it only makes a difference if you're 10xing it and you're really just investing it and crushing it and building these different streams of income on the side. So I get really excited when I talk about this stuff, and I really hope I get that property, but I guess we'll see. So if you guys enjoy this, you think you got some value, you think it would help somebody else out who doesn't think that this stuff is a possibility, but it really is, then maybe share this with them. Smash like, share it on social media, all that kind of stuff. Oh, you can follow me on social media, Facebook and Instagram at Gabe Bolt or Gabe.Bolt or something like that. And I'm also a realtor. If you're in New Hampshire, hit me up. I'd be happy to help you out and just grab a cup of coffee, hang out, chat. That's all I got. I will see you guys next week.